What if the thing haunting your house isn't actually in your house? That's the terrifying idea behind Insidious, the 2010 supernatural horror film directed by James Wan and written by Lee Winnell. The story follows James and Renee Lambert, whose son Dalton suddenly falls into an unexplained coma. But then strange things start happening inside their home, and eventually they discover that Dalton isn't sick. His consciousness is trapped in a supernatural realm called the Further. And here's one of the movie's creepiest ideas. The ghosts aren't necessarily haunting the house, they're trying to get to Dalton. James Wan and Lee Winnell wanted Insidious to feel like a throwback to classic haunted house movies, relying heavily on atmosphere, practical effects, creepy imagery, and sudden scares rather than graphic gore. The film also introduced audiences to some unforgettable horror characters, including the red-faced demon, which became one of the franchise's most recognizable monsters. And here's a wild fact. Insidious was made on a relatively modest budget of around $1.5 million. Yet it became a massive box office success and launched an entire franchise. But the scariest part, Dalton wasn't being haunted because he was cursed. He was being haunted because he could travel somewhere the dead couldn't. And if you think your house is haunted, Insidious asks a much worse question. What if the thing haunting you could actually follow you wherever you go?